businesses. So one of the things that we did in our research, it's helpful to talk to folks all the time. So we don't walk around just saying, what do we think about big data analytics? We've conducted hundreds of what we call in-depth interviews with a research partner where we talk to business leaders all over the country for half an hour, and transcribe that information to try to figure out what are folks saying about where we're headed from here. Where do they think we are and where are we headed? A lot of folks in the room, probably everybody knows Dr. Michael Rappa at NC State, right, the Institute for Advanced Analytics. And he had a great concept, great saying, everything we do generates data. And so as I was thinking about that, it led me to believe, gosh, imagine all the data that we do create in a day. It's exhausting. Walk around all morning, all afternoon, all evening, and even while you're asleep, generating data. So let me start with an example. So here I am. I wake up in the morning, and data is already being generated. Why is it being generated? I wake up to Pandora. Pandora's on the phone. So already a little bit of interaction with some software companies that have a sense for what I'm interested in. Now, number one, I can't believe that I'm actually going to show these pictures in front of an audience, so I've put my hands over my head. But more importantly, I can't believe I'm awake. I can't believe I'm interacting with these companies already. So I jump back in bed. I hop on email. I check Facebook. I do all the things that we do in the morning. So boom, boom, boom. You start to think about all the companies that we're starting to interact with. So there I am, multitasker, brushing my teeth, checking sports on the iPad. I'm now interacting with my ISP, interacting with the websites. Advertisers kind of understand what my behavior is. They probably know my IP address, where I am, the types of things I'm interested in. Now I'm on the scale. I can't believe that I'm 15 pounds heavier than I want to be. It's very frustrating to me. But more specifically, it's about data interaction. So it doesn't always happen on all of our scales, but there are healthcare companies linked to smart devices inside of our scales that instantly check a heck of a lot more than your weight. So now, I not only know about my weight, I know about a lot of other things, and my healthcare providers know that information about me as well. So here I am unloading the dishwasher in what is really a pair of catastrophic pajamas, but that's kind of the point. And this is not your ordinary dishwasher. Again, for those of you out on the West Coast, this is a smart dishwasher connected to a smart meter that's connected to a smart grid. And so what does that mean for us? Well, it doesn't mean a lot yet, but it will. For those on the West Coast, I get a reduction in my bill. Why? Because you know what? Sometimes energy is expensive, and sometimes it's cheap. So if I ante in with the utility companies and say, I tell you what, turn on my dishwasher between 10 and 4 a.m., I get a discount on my bill. So here my kids are on the bus, somewhere in the pile there. And what I also know about that, technology helps me understand that my kids are actually at school. My daughter, 5th grade, has a smartphone. And although I don't allow her to use it at school, I know she's there because I've got the Track Me app that's sitting on her phone, so I know she's at school. She's safe as long as somebody hasn't actually stolen the device. And my son, who's 3, well, he's, I guess, not valuable enough yet to be tracked, but they're near one another. So here I am, headed to the gym. Log into the gym. Lots of people know I'm there. The gym keeps track of that. I'm sure they've got a running tally of how often or actually how infrequently I'm at the gym, unfortunately, these days. But nonetheless, they know it. So there I am, again, multitasking, trying to wear my brightest workout colors, interacting with technology. But now, I'm on a different ISP inside that gym. So I got another company that knows what I'm doing, working with technology. Made as ugly a face as I could make, trying to be pretty for the cameraman. Now here I am at the coffee shop, right? So more ISPs, interacting with different ISPs than my prior providers, and technology now. So now I've got payment technology. Other companies that I'm interacting with for these transactions, near-field apps, bump apps, whatever you want to call them, different technology that lets me interact with the coffee shop. So I've got financial services companies that now know where I am, what I'm buying, and I've also got coffee shop Octane in Atlanta, by the way, if you've never been there, it's fantastic. So here I am again on my iPad, debating on what I'm going to do for the day, sitting there, trying to wonder what's actually happening. And there in the background, if you can see that guy's computer, on the right, it looks like hacking code to me. So I think, unfortunately, I'm losing privacy in my communications. Now I'm in my car. I'm headed to a meeting. And Google Maps just isn't working for me. I'm trying to figure out what to do. So instead, I hop on my iPad, which I know we're not supposed to do, but we all do it. So I've got multiple devices working, multiple people that I'm communicating with, trying to figure out where I'm going. And of course, next, the red light camera. Fortunately, the red light camera doesn't know that I'm interacting with my technology, but they do know that I'm getting ready to run that red light. So now I got the municipality where I am in downtown Atlanta that knows where I am. Now I've got the camera at the office, watches me walk in. Of course, I'm smart enough to recognize that and point at him. And here I am at work, finally sitting at my desk. I'm a few hours into my day, and I'm thinking to myself, gosh, think about all the companies that I've already started to interact with. Just the companies from a first order standpoint. I've got multiple communications companies, some via Wi-Fi, some via other connections on my iPad. I got software providers, app providers. I got different websites. I got a municipality that's probably getting ready to write me a ticket. I got different security companies. I got a coffee shop. I got a utility company. And I probably got a hacker as well, but that's beside the point. Second order, it's countless. It's countless how many companies I've already interacted with via ad networks, via countless third-party providers that have all of these relationships that, yes, we've all agreed to in our user agreements already, whether we like it or not. And we've generated a massive amount of data. How much? I don't really know, but it's a lot. It's a lot of data thus far. And I'm exhausted. I can't believe how much interaction I've had, and it's only 9 a.m., and I can't do this anymore. So is this data agent problem, is this a big data problem? I don't think so. It's actually a big data analytics problem. The storage exists out there, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But big data analytics and all the information that we create as data agents, in fact, it changes our expectations. It changes what we expect to come from all the companies that we interact with. It's this kind of social bargain where, hey, if you're going to get all my information, and I kind of know you're getting all my information, what are you going to give back to me in return? And so, conversely, it changes what companies are tasked with